Imagine walking into a land untouched by humankind, where massive trees stretch high into the sky and shadows move across the forest floor, not cast by deer or bears, but by creatures the size of houses. This was Earth during the age of dinosaurs, a lost world where survival meant adapting, evolving, and outlasting the forces of nature. For over 100 million years, dinosaurs dominated the land, shaping ecosystems just as elephants, lions, and wolves shape them today. They were not alone. Towering ferns, giant dragonflies, and crocodilian ancestors lived alongside them. But dinosaurs, with their endless variety of shapes and behaviors, became the planet's undisputed rulers. Fossils, bones, and ancient landscapes whisper stories of dominance, survival, and extinction. Tonight, we peel back those stone layers and step into the prehistoric planet, unveiling the secrets of the ancient dinosaurs. What made them so successful, and how did such dominance end in a single moment of catastrophe? Dinosaurs first appeared about 230 million years ago in the late Triassic. At the time, Earth looked almost alien to us. The supercontinent Pangaea stretched from pole to pole. Much of it was hot, dry, and desert-like, with monsoon seasons that brought violent storms. Plants like cycads, horsetails, and ginkgos thrived in pockets of lush greenery. Early dinosaurs like Eoraptor, no larger than a medium dog, hunted insects and small reptiles. Herrerasaurus, a fierce predator with razor-sharp teeth, stalked its prey in South America. But these animals were not yet rulers. They lived in the shadows of other reptiles, massive crocodile-like archosaurs, armored itosaurs, and sail-backed synapsids. Then came change. Around 201 million years ago, catastrophic volcanic eruptions shook Pangaea. Lava flowed across continents, and carbon dioxide filled the air, heating the climate. Crocodile-like predators perished, ecosystems collapsed, and entire lineages vanished. Dinosaurs, agile and versatile, filled the gap. Their light skeletons, efficient lungs, and ability to walk upright gave them the edge. From these humble beginnings, a dynasty was born, one that would dominate Earth for the next 50 million years. The dawn of the Jurassic opened a greener, wetter world. Conifer forests stretched across continents, giant ferns filled valleys, and rivers overflowed with life. With vegetation came herbivores, and with herbivores came predators. The giants arrived. Sauropods like Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, and Brachiosaurus grew to sizes never seen before. Some reached over 100 feet long, weighing as much as 10 African elephants. Their long necks let them reach treetops, stripping entire forests in days. These giants shaped their ecosystems, knocking down trees and leaving behind clearings that allowed new plants to grow. Predators evolved to challenge them. Allosaurus, the lion of the Jurassic, stalked sauropod herds, using sharp teeth and claws to bring down the weak. Fossil evidence from Utah suggests possible pack hunting, with multiple allosaurs working together. The Morrison Formation in North America preserves this world like a prehistoric postcard. Fossil quarries reveal entire bone beds, footprints frozen in mud, and even petrified forests. It shows a world teeming with life, where dinosaurs ruled the land as mammals scurried in the shadows. By the Jurassic's end, dinosaurs had spread across every continent. They were no longer regional survivors, they were global rulers. The Cretaceous, lasting from 145 to 66 million years ago, was the golden age of dinosaurs. By then, the continents had drifted apart into familiar shapes. Climates varied: lush forests in some regions, deserts in others, and dinosaurs adapted to all. Flowering plants appeared for the first time, changing diets and landscapes. Herds of hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs, grazed like today's bison. Some species, like Parasaurolophus, had elaborate crests that may have functioned as trumpets, producing haunting calls across the plains. Armored dinosaurs grew even more formidable. Ankylosaurus, covered in bone plates, carried a tail club that could shatter predator bones. Ceratopsians like Triceratops developed massive horns and frills, which may have served as both defense and display. And then there was Tyrannosaurus rex, standing 20 feet tall, 40 feet long, with a bite force unmatched in the animal kingdom. It became the undisputed apex predator. Fossil evidence shows T. rex could crush bone, digesting the marrow inside. But the Cretaceous also gave us the bizarre Spinosaurus, longer than rex, adapted for life in water. The Rhizinosaurus had enormous claws, possibly for pulling down vegetation. Diversity was at its peak, but time was running out. Nature is a constant struggle between hunter and hunted. In the Mesozoic, this struggle reached extraordinary heights. Raptors like Velociraptor and Deinonychus were not the largest predators, but their intelligence and agility made them deadly. Fossils show they had sickle-shaped claws, perfect for slashing. Some paleontologists believe they hunted cooperatively, much like wolves. Prey fought back. Stegosaurus, though slow, wielded a spiked tail called a thagomizer, capable of piercing an attacker's body. Ankylosaurs carried armor so strong it worked like a medieval tank. Sauropods relied on size, swinging their tails like whips that could break bones. The arms race pushed evolution forward. Each predator innovation led to prey countermeasures. Tracks and bite marks on fossils tell us these battles were constant. One famous fossil shows a Velociraptor locked in combat with a Protoceratops, each frozen in death, mid-struggle by a sudden sandstorm. These encounters were brutal but necessary. Predators kept populations balanced, while prey adaptations fueled evolutionary creativity. Together, they shaped the world we uncover in stone. The land was ruled by dinosaurs, but the seas and skies belonged to other giants. In the oceans swam mosasaurs, apex predators up to 50 feet long, with double-hinged jaws that swallowed prey whole. Plesiosaurs glided with 4 paddle-like limbs, while ichthyosaurs resembled dolphins, speeding through waves with incredible agility. Ammonites, relatives of modern squid, filled the seas, their shells coiled like perfect spirals. Above, pterosaurs reigned, small early species flitted like seagulls. But by the late Cretaceous, monsters like Quetzalcoatlus spread wings 30 feet wide, bigger than a small plane. Scientists debate how such giants took off, but many believe they used powerful forelimbs to vault into the air. Though not dinosaurs, these reptiles shared their world. Together, they remind us that the age of dinosaurs was really the age of reptiles, with a dominance spanning land, sea, and sky. Our knowledge of this lost world comes entirely from fossils. Each is a message from the past, preserved in stone. In Montana's Hell Creek Formation, paleontologists uncover a vivid picture: Triceratops horns, T. rex teeth, even fossilized pollen. These layers preserve the very end of the dinosaur age, days before the asteroid struck. In the Gobi Desert, explorers like Roy Chapman Andrews in the 1920s discovered the first dinosaur eggs. Later finds even showed embryos inside shells. Frozen in time, in Alberta, Canada, a nodosaur fossil was found so perfectly preserved that its skin, armor, and stomach contents were intact. It looked almost alive. Tracks tell stories of movement, sauropod herds crossing rivers, raptors sprinting across dunes. Some trackways suggest migration routes, similar to wildebeest today. Coprolites, fossilized dung reveal diets, while feather impressions in Chinese fossils show Color patterns, reddish-brown stripes, iridescent sheens. Every fossil is a page in Earth's greatest story. Paleontologists, armed with chisels, CT scanners, and microscopes, pieced together a world that vanished 6 million years ago. For decades, dinosaurs were drawn as slow, swamp-dwelling beasts, tails dragging in the mud. That image changed in the 1970s, thanks to discoveries that sparked what became known as the Dinosaur Renaissance. John Ostrom studied Deinonychus, a predator with agility and intelligence. He argued that dinosaurs were active, fast, and bird-like. Robert Bakker pushed the idea further, suggesting they were warm-blooded, social, and highly dynamic. Evidence poured in. Fossils from Liaoning, China, revealed feathered dinosaurs like Sinosauropteryx and Microraptor, proving the link to birds. CT scans showed complex brains, suggesting problem-solving skills. Even bone histology revealed growth rates more like mammals than reptiles. This revolution didn't just change science, it transformed culture. Museums rebuilt skeletons with raised tails and dynamic postures. Paleo artists painted them in bright colors, running and leaping. Hollywood took notice, and Jurassic Park electrified audiences by bringing the Renaissance vision to life. Today, the debate continues. Were some species warm-blooded? Did they sing like birds? Could Rex run as fast as a horse, or just trot? Science continues to peel back layers, and with every discovery, dinosaurs become less like monsters and more like living, breathing animals. 66 million years ago, disaster struck. A 6-mile-wide asteroid slammed into what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, releasing energy equal to billions of nuclear bombs. The Chicxulub impact created shockwaves, tsunamis, and global wildfires. Dust and sulfur filled the skies, blocking sunlight for months. Global temperatures dropped, plants died, herbivores starved, and predators soon followed. Only small, adaptable creatures like birds and mammals survived. Some scientists argue volcanic eruptions in India's Deccan Traps worsened the crisis, spewing lava and toxic gases for thousands of years. Whether asteroid alone or asteroid plus volcanism, the result was the same dinosaurs. After 150 million years, were gone. The end came swiftly, but it was not meaningless. With dinosaurs gone, mammals expanded, evolving into primates, then humans. Their extinction paved the way for our existence. It is both tragic and inspiring. The downfall of giants allowed smaller creatures to rise. It reminds us that no species, no matter how powerful, is immune to nature's changes. Though dinosaurs vanished, their story continues. Every bird alive today is a living dinosaur, from sparrows in backyards to eagles soaring overhead. They carry the genetic legacy of Velociraptor and Archaeopteryx. In museums, skeletons inspire awe. Children stand beneath T-Rex skulls. Adults trace fossils with wonder. In laboratories, paleontologists use lasers, isotopes, and even particle accelerators to analyze bones, uncovering details about growth, diet, and even color. Dinosaurs also live in culture, from Sinclair Oil's green brontosaur logo to the roaring T-Rex of Jurassic Park. They are symbols of both science and imagination. They remind us of Earth's vast history, far beyond human memory. Dinosaurs ruled for 150 million years, hundreds of times longer than humans have walked the Earth. Their rise and fall remind us how fragile life can be, and how resilience shapes survival. By unveiling their lost world, we also glimpse our own planet in constant flux, where change is the only certainty.